as sort of, I'll phrase it this way, I'll put it to you as a question. Trump seems to think, or more than MAGA supporters, right, about Ukraine. Let's use Ukraine because this second half is about Ukraine, which is they seem to think that by withdrawing, disengaging, that's somehow going to dissuade the nefarious actors from still wanting to meddle in American affairs, be that in Ukraine or whatever. Nothing happens in a vacuum, Mr. Trump. And that's what I do not understand. So help me understand this, be it using Ukraine as a case study or not, Jake. How far can this go before it really is a huge detriment?
This is a slam dunk for Trump. If he wants the easiest win he will ever be presented with, all he has to do is keep supporting Ukraine, increase sanctions, keep providing weapons. Russia is deploying donkeys and camels to the front lines. These pictures and videos I'm seeing of the current state of the Russian military is pathetic. If the Trump administration wants the easiest win they will get the next 4 years, increase sanctions, keep supplying weapons. The Russians, especially with their oil refinery industry collapsing, their rail networks collapsing, their shipping networks collapsing, their aviation industry collapsing, it's not going to take much more. And yeah, Ukraine is the most pro-American country in the world. If Donald Trump wants statues of himself erected across a nation, Ukraine would be the one to do it if Donald Trump took that easy victory. Unfortunately, the Russians have infiltrated MAGA. People like Tucker Carlson continue spreading lies, and MAGA is divided. And I think Donald Trump doesn't like having conflict within his own base. He wants his base homogeneous and on the same page on so many issues. But within MAGA, you see it and feel it all the time. Like they're confused what to believe because Tucker Carlson is telling them one thing and people like Piers Morgan is telling them something completely different. Bless Piers Morgan. I'm going to give him a shout out because he's been focusing he's not even American, but he somehow made himself a central figure in MAGA by being such a Trump cheerleader the last 6 months. He claims he's an independent and he's nonpartisan and neutral, and that's just nonsense. So yeah, I even appreciate Lex Friedman giving that podcast interview because it made Zelensky look really good. And I'm excited for this podcast episode with Putin that should be happening with an AI English voice dub over. That's going to be really weird to watch. I'm actually excited for this to come out. So yeah, my attitude is, like you said, they could still end up doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, but doing the right thing for the right reasons. Standing up for the NATO alliance, making sure that the European continent is peaceful and secure because the EU is America's largest trading partner. More than 1 million citizens, U.S. citizens, live and work in Europe, and the president should really care about those people. So yeah, Trump could still end up doing the right thing, but he's going to do it over mineral rights, wanting $500 billion of the rare earth